This is Melvin Manhoef, the cage's rabid pit bull, a fighter who lived by one rule: finish or be finished. A walking highlight reel of chaos, carnage, and pure, unfiltered aggression. With over 30 knockouts across MMA and kickboxing, Manhoef built his legacy by marching forward with zero fear and throwing bombs like he was born for war. Win or lose, you never forgot a Manhoef fight. But in his final walk to the cage, age caught up with him, and standing across was not a man you age gracefully against. It was Yoel Romero, the soldier of God, a fighter who looks like he was carved out of granite and hits like thunder wrapped in muscle, an Olympic silver medalist in wrestling, one of the freakiest athletes MMA has ever seen. Even in his mid-40s, Romero possesses explosive speed and bone-crushing power that defy biology. He's fought and nearly beaten the best. Robert Whittaker, Paulo Costa, Israel Adesanya, all went through hell to get past him. He doesn't throw much, but when he does, it's fight-ending. His physique is mythic, his calm unnerving, and his bursts of violence unforgettable. Now in Bellator's light heavyweight division, Romero has reinvented himself as a destroyer of legends, and Manhoef was just another page in that growing list. This wasn't just Manhoef's retirement fight. This was a farewell in enemy territory. Romero didn't care about legacy, respect, or emotion. He cared about destruction, and he brought it. As the bell rang, Manhoef came out aggressive. A heavy low kick, quick step forward, looking to ignite a firefight. But Romero didn't just answer. He countered instantly with a cracking low kick of his own that snapped into Manhoef's thigh.
Manhoef hits the ground. He doesn't go after him. As a left hand.
Romero was downloading data. With 2 minutes left in the round, he shot for a takedown, and it landed effortlessly. The Cuban had him on the ground and instantly took control. Round 2, Romero wasted no time. Back to the ground. He secured top position and unleashed ground and pound like something out of Pride FC. Heavy punches, crushing elbows. In one sequence, he simply pinned Manhoef's head to the canvas and hammered away with his right hand. The strikes weren't flashy, they were malicious. Manhoef tried to survive, covering up, occasionally squirming, but couldn't create space or mount any offense. Romero smelled blood. Round 3, Manhoef walked out looking spent, eyes sharp, but his body already knew the end was near. He swung a wild hook, missed. Romero instantly closed the distance, scored another takedown, and moved to side control. Then the real punishment began. He activated his beast mode, a vicious barrage of elbows, followed by short punches straight to the jaw. The referee hovered. Romero kept smashing. Manhoef stopped moving. That was it. TKO. Victory for Yoel Romero. Respect is earned in the cage, and on that night, Jean Brito tried to fake it. At the face-off and again at the opening clinch, the Brazilian yanked on William Gomez's shoulder, an awkward, almost dirty maneuver that felt more like a cheap shot than a gesture of respect. The message was clear: Brito had no intention of playing clean. As the fight began, Brito came out like a storm. He pressed forward with relentless aggression, swinging hooks, driving Gomes toward the fence, and throwing combinations designed to overwhelm. The Frenchman kept his guard high, circling, absorbing the pressure. In those opening minutes, it looked like the fight would be dictated entirely by Brito's chaos. But Gomes was patient. He didn't panic under the storm. He slipped the jab, countered with straight rights, and began touching Brito with sharp body kicks that slowed the Brazilian's advance. Several times, Brito dove for takedowns, trying to drag the fight to the canvas where he could grind out control. But Gomes stuffed the attempts and forced him back into striking range. Each failed shot drained Brito's energy. By the second round, the shift was obvious. Brito's combinations grew wider, slower, and easier to read. Gomes, growing in confidence, picked his shots, snapping jabs, and clean counters that caught Brito on the way in. The Frenchman's movement frustrated the Brazilian, who swung wildly and often missed by a mile. Even when Brito managed to clinch, Gomes landed knees inside and quickly escaped. When the final horn sounded, there was no doubt. William Gomez had weathered the storm, flipped the momentum, and punished Brito for his dirty tactics. The Frenchman walked out with the win and with respect while Brito was left exposed, his tricks undone by patience and precision.